There's a moment before every breakthrough when the impossible suddenly feels inevitable. The pieces fall into place, and you know in your heart, this is right. What if breakthroughs became your baseline? What if you could design airports that unite innovation with the future of our planet? What if you could make drones that reshape industries with precision and possibility? What if the characters in your mind could take on a life of their own? You already know the feeling when the software becomes an extension of your ideas. This is that moment, amplified. We're bringing you human ingenuity, AI-powered, electrifying the moment when what if becomes watch this. For people who refuse to accept impossible, the makers, reimagining how we live, turning constraints into catalysts. This is your time. When you unlock what you're truly capable of, welcome to the new era of making.
Please welcome Autodesk President and CEO, Andrew Anagnost.
Morning, everybody. Good morning. So, if you take anything away from this week, I want you all to recognize that collectively you are amazingly powerful. Now, I'm not saying it's true, but it appears that you all single-handedly took down the Nashville airport. Not saying it's true, but you're powerful. And I don't think it comes as any surprise to all of you that we get to live in consequential times. People are going to look back at this period and they're going to say, that's when things changed and created the reality we're living in. The choices we make over the next 5 years will shape our world for the next 50. And we're on a knife edge, one that separates dystopia from utopia, scarcity from abundance. And let's face it, scarcity is gaining ground. Labor markets are in upheaval, global trade is strained under tariffs, and supply chains are stretched by conflict and environmental constraints. So we're struggling to meet the ever-increasing demand to build, manufacture, and produce more than we ever have in our history. We still don't have enough money to fund it all, enough people to build it all, or enough resources to sustain it all. At the same time, we are entering an era of rapid technological change. AI and machine learning models are growing increasingly autonomous and capable of advanced reasoning. And all of this is happening faster than any of us can absorb. But speed alone won't solve for scarcity. We need a different way. And I really do say we, because all of us are consequential. We get to decide what happens next. And personally, I think that's incredibly exciting. So today, I want to talk to you about how we can unlock unlimited capacity so that you can design and make more housing for communities, more resilient infrastructure for a changing climate, more factories to produce more products that shape how we live and work, more stories brought to life through movies and games. We want you to make more with less, more projects delivered more efficiently and more cost-effectively with less resources, less time, and better outcomes for everyone. Now, for those of you who were at AU 7 years ago, you might remember our promise to prepare you for this exact moment. I told you we were going to build the future, And the future would allow every discipline to collaborate seamlessly in the cloud, and that it would be powered by AI, helping you deliver more value and higher returns to customers. Today, that future is here. We've created Forma, Fusion, and Flow, our industry clouds, to change how all of you work, how your entire ecosystems work. These clouds connect people, processes, and disciplines across the entire project lifecycle. They allow for the sharing of not only files, but granular data, making it available to the right people at the right time. We know you're ready, that you want to adopt new technologies. But we also know that only a fraction of you have been able to fully embrace cloud-based workflows. I personally get it. It costs a lot of money. It costs a lot of time to transition to new ways of working. That's why we just didn't build the future. We also built the path to that future. While the industry clouds are brand new code bases, they will seamlessly work with the tools you use today and allow you to move incrementally to the tools you'll be using tomorrow. Tools like AI. Autodesk AI is native to our industry clouds and leading your industries into the agentic era, helping you save time, innovate faster, and make better decisions from design to make. So today, we're going to show you how we're bringing you cloud-based, AI-native, end-to-end workflows with Fusion, Forma, and Flow. And let's take a look starting with Forma. Now, I couldn't be more excited to share with you the fact that Forma will become the first comprehensive AEC industry cloud, an industry cloud that connects design and make processes on a single AI-enabled platform, driving hyper collaboration and efficiency across all phases of your project lifecycle. We're bringing Autodesk Construction Cloud into Forma, creating a single project ecosystem across design and construction without disrupting any of your processes. We're also establishing Autodesk Docs as Forma data management, allowing data to flow through all lifecycle phases. Beyond that, we're expanding Forma to detailed building design. We're enabling the creation of BIM LOD 200 building details today. And finally, we're reinforcing the bridge between our desktop applications and cloud-based workflows through Forma connected clients. Forma capabilities and data will be accessible from Revit, so no one gets left behind. All of this underscores Autodesk's commitment to supporting integrated end-to-end workflows in the AEC industry. Now, to show you what this looks like, we're going to do something a little different this year. I'm going to walk you through an end-to-end workflow in Forma so you can see the power of these connections for yourself. All right, so let's go. An architect, they're going to start a new project in Forma, sustainable multifamily housing. They'll be working on the Snowden Towers and adjacent buildings. I think a lot of you know about the Snowden Towers because I think it's the demo set that ships with Revit, so this is probably familiar to a lot of you. To create the site, the architect uses not only standard terrain data, but also rich site data brought in via the expanded Esri ArcGIS extension. This is a great example of how our partners are extending Forma in exciting ways, building a robust third-party ecosystem with us. All right, so move to the next phase. We're going to skip ahead a bit. Teams already prepared some design proposals. It doesn't actually happen this fast to get 4 design proposals, but it's actually pretty close. All right, so to select a proposal, everyone on the team needs to weigh in. That's where Forma Board, our digital whiteboard, comes in. Forma Board has become even more powerful because it's now more tightly integrated with Forma data management. Multiple people can now collaborate intuitively in real time, arriving at the best solution together. So next, the team starts detailed design. And to do this, they're going to use our brand new Forma building design capabilities. They'll be able to continuously monitor real-time analysis and much more. And here's where the real fun and danger begins. Okay, you don't want to try this at home because we're going to take pre-beta software and we're going to do live demos on stage. So I want you to acknowledge how brave these demo folks are. All right, so give them a hand. Things could go wrong, but we're expecting them to go right. And I've been looking forward to this, all right? So here we go. Let's talk to our first product expert, Robin. Robin, welcome.
Hi, Andrew.
All right, Robin, you're not only a product expert, you are an architect by training, correct?
Yep.
So you know exactly how these tools work and what they can do.
Yep.
So let's dive in.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
First live demo in how many years?
For my what? In how many years?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A long time.
Long time.
It's going to be great. What could go wrong?
Nothing will go wrong.
All right.
Be positive.
All right. So the first thing I'll do is launch Forma Building Design. Starting a design is super easy. All I do is select these Forma masses and convert them to detailed buildings. And that will give them facades such as windows as well as exteriors. So let's go ahead and explore the facade for this tower. I'm going to go ahead and add a automation module and apply a couple of different window variations, as well as exterior features like balconies. And even,
all right, so I just have to interrupt you for just a second here.
Yes.
So I want you to notice she's exploring ideas. She's not modeling. The system's modeling for her. She's exploring her ideas. Right? And you're going to see more and more of this today and more of this in the future. So sorry, Robin, continue.
Yeah, and that gives us more time to create better proposals. It's less time modeling. And even though we're working at a high level of detail, I can still run fast and accurate analyses like daylight potential. So daylight potential is going to give us a score, letting us know if we're achieving adequate daylight coming through a window. So the lighter the blue means we're performing better. Darker means we might want to address. See any problem areas?
Yeah, you don't want to be in that back building.
Yeah, right here. So let's go ahead and try and fix that. I'm going to go and push this mask back and rerun the analysis. So let's see if this improves the conditions. Perfect.
All right.
So we can monitor these real-time analyses for daylight and sunlight exposure. And we can also do total carbon too, but we'll have to save that for another time.
So all of this is in real time. You're adding more and more progressive details of the design, exploring more and more design options, but you still have access to all of these real-time analysis.
100%.
All right, Robin, don't go anywhere. We're not done with you, all right? Thank you. Everybody, so far so good? First demo done. Live code, ladies and gentlemen, live code, pre-beta. In addition to what Robin just showed you, there are even more new building design capabilities we're adding to Forma. I'm proud to announce that we're bringing new generative AI tools to you. They're based on our leading AI foundation models that offer novel ways to explore solutions and generate geometry. We call this technology neural technology. Let's see what it looks like in action. All right, back to Robin. All right, Robin, here we go again.
Yep.
All right, what are you going to show us this time?
We're 1 for 1.
1 for 1.
All right, so now that we've explored the exteriors of the buildings, let's go inside to see how we can organize the interior layout. As you can see, I'm not starting from scratch here. All the previous data from earlier project phases is right here. I'm just going to set a few key parameters. So for building type, I'll do residential multifamily, and primary structure material, I'll choose wood. I'll go ahead and click generate, and the AI will create an interior layout for me. Okay, so let's see what it gave me. We have 36 units, pretty good unit mix as well, but I think we can optimize this for a little bit more units. What do you think?
More units is better, more housing is better.
Totally agree. All right, so let me go ahead and expand the mass just a bit more. And now for the primary structure material, I'll choose concrete and regenerate. And we've bumped it up to 56 units, which seems pretty good to me. What do you think?
Okay, looks good.
All right, now that we've optimized the floor plan, we can come into the floor plan mode and move some of the walls and the columns that the AI gave me, because all of this is editable. And with this time back, we can run something that many of our customers have been asking for a very long time: interior daylight.
All right, look at that, all in real time.
So fetch.
Again, so fetch. That's very cool. So again, the model's generated for you, and you just get to keep exploring.
Yep.
You're not modeling, you're exploring.
And we're optimizing.
And you're optimizing, and you get real-time analysis with it. So Robin, thank you very much. Everybody, give Robin a hand. Again, we're not done with it yet. All right, so today, you're seeing this level of detailed design work in Forma. But in the future, we'll support the creation of even greater levels of building detail, LOD 300 and beyond, with the same kind of intuitive model for you, let you explore. But that doesn't matter for today's work. We'll make it fast and easy for the design team to continue in Revit, the first Forma connected client. And I can't think of a better person to show us this than our Revit champion, Matt. Matt, welcome to the stage. All right. So what's available from Forma inside of Revit? Why don't you show us?
Yeah, let's take a look. So since Robin was able to add the Revit model to Forma during conceptual design, that Revit data is now connected to Forma. So when Robin was modeling, she was able to see all that Revit information while she was working in context. But when I'm in Revit, I can also see all that Forma data right here. So I have all that rich contextual information right here in Revit. But it looks like we still have some of that conceptual design phase data. So I'm going to go over to the Forma panel where I can see all of the models, and I'm just going to reload. And now we have all of the model data that Robin just modeled right here on stage, right here in Revit.
Yeah.
Yep. Everything I have in Forma is now in Revit. Pretty cool.
Perfect.
All connected, single source of truth?
All connected.
All right.
That's what connected data is all about.
And what else can you do with that data?
Yeah, so I know that, Robin, you adjusted that adjacent building for daylight exposure.
Yep.
But did we also take a look at wind analysis along the way?
Not since the conceptual design phase. So let me run a rapid wind comfort analysis really quick and see. Yeah, I'm seeing some uncomfortable conditions here, so you might want to check that.
Yeah, absolutely. So since Revit is now a Forma-connected client, we can now access Forma analysis right here in Revit. So I'm going to navigate over to the analysis panel, and I'm just going to change a few settings. So let's set the radius that we want to analyze to around 600 feet, and then let's just click Analyze. And what's even better is it's not blocking Revit at all. This is all running in the cloud, completely in the background, so I can just continue working.
Yeah, great.
And so along with this, we can also take a look at the analysis results here in Revit. Now, the wind analysis can take a little bit of time. So what we're going to show is actually the conceptual wind analysis that Robin ran the last time she did it. Because since Revit and Forma are connected, I can access all of the analysis results I ran in Forma right here in Revit. And anything that I ran in Revit, I can now access in Forma.
Great.
So we can check the directional wind analysis, and we can also check the comfort analysis, so we can look for those uncomfortable conditions, just like Robin was worried about.
So everything that starts in Forma, visible to Revit, all the changes done in Revit, visible to Forma.
Absolutely.
All right, fabulous. All right, that's Revit, the connected client. Robin, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Everybody, let's give Robin a hand. Matt, don't go anywhere.
OK.
All right, so Forma and Revit coming together. This pulls the digital thread across all phases of design, and it seamlessly merges the future with the present. And we're not stopping there. We're bringing you an agentic AI partner for all of your design and make needs. Autodesk Assistant isn't just any AI assistant. It gets smarter over time. It works alongside you and your team throughout the project lifecycle. All right, so we're going to go back to Matt. So Matt, show us what the Autodesk Assistant looks like inside of Revit.
Yeah, let's do it. So I'm going to access Autodesk Assistant right here at the top of Revit. So it's accessible whenever I need it. And so first, let's ask Autodesk Assistant for some information about our design. So Robin had done the daylight analysis to increase that exposure. We're going to take a different approach. So first, I'm going to ask Autodesk Assistant what the window-to-wall ratio is on this north facade here. And we had preset a target that we had in mind, so let's see where we're at. And so the assistant is going through, and there we have it. So we're around 19%.
Okay.
But this isn't quite what we had in mind for the project. It doesn't really align with our target. So I'm going to ask Autodesk Assistant to help us along the way. So I'm going to ask it to increase the width of the windows all here on the north facade, so we can both get some extra sunlight into the units in the back of the building, but also maintain inside of our target for our building performance along the way.
So I noticed you didn't input any parameters, you didn't do anything, it's just all the windows changed.
Everything just right there. And it automatically finds all the windows that I need and does it right there.
All right, amazing. What else can you do?
Yeah, so along with getting information about the design and also helping me design along the way while still keeping all of my creative agency, we also are looking at ways that we can improve the documentation workflows through Assistant as well. So this is a lot of time that architects and engineers spend, in Revit every day. And so let's see if we can have Autodesk Assistant help us out. So I'm going to ask it to create a new floor plan for level 1, and let's name it L1 AI. And there's our new view. But it's looking a little messy. I think we might need to clean this up.
It's not quite ready.
Yeah, I don't think this can go out to the field quite yet. So let's see if we can clean it up a little bit. So we're going to ask it to apply a view template for our standard library, along with adding some annotations along the way. So we've added room tags, wall tags, and door tags all across the entire plan.
Okay.
And so just like that, we're almost ready to go. But the last thing we're going to need to do here is let's just get this view onto a sheet. So I'll ask the assistant to create a sheet for us and place the view that we just had right on it, along with naming the sheet and numbering it aligned to our company standards. And there we have it.
So how long would it normally take you to do that if you were trying to do that just clicking, clicking, and clicking?
This could be hours of work and across an entire project team, whether that be across a week or even a single day. But with having all that data in one place and adding AI to the mix, it's a real game changer.
All right, incredibly powerful tool integrated with Revit. Thank you, Matt. Nice job. Let's all give Matt a hand. Any contractors out there in the audience? Come on, I know there's more than one. All right, well, so now we're going to move over to pre-construction. I have really great news for all of the contractors out there. You will now have access to a connected pre-construction experience, bringing together takeoff and estimation. And as a next step, qualification and bidding will be added as well. This will allow teams to take the latest set of models and make faster and more informed decisions. Now, but to really show the power of the new space, I will need another amazing product expert. And this time we're bringing up Nick. Welcome, Nick. All right.
Morning, Andrew.
All right, Nick, are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, what can you show us?
Well, if I recall correctly, you had some construction done at home recently.
I did. Minor construction that cost way too much.
All right. Well, I think we're going to try and fix that for all of our contractors in the audience. So as you just saw, we've got the latest quantities from the models that Robin and Matt have updated, and the pre-construction team has that ready for me, the head estimator, on our Snowden Towers project.
Okay.
So I'm going to go ahead, press send to estimate. Tells me there's some new data. We're going to send that over, and we're going to jump out of takeoff and into our new estimate experience. We'll dive in a little bit and take a look at some of these details. So here we can see that we've got our material cost information along with the quantities being pulled across. We're going to make a change to that material cost. Was there any price changes along the way during your construction?
Many.
The market's a little volatile out there. I called Nashville Ready Mix yesterday. We're around $130 a cubic yard right now for concrete. So I'm going to update that. I've also got a waste factor here, so we know we're going to need a little bit of extra concrete.
Okay, so there's a good chance you're getting the right information in there and you'll have the right estimate.
Exactly. Right. In addition, because we're using model data, we're very precise, 145.83.
That's a lot of decimal points.
A lot of decimal points. I'm just going to round that off. When we go have a conversation with our owner, it's a little easier to digest nice, clean numbers. In addition to that, we also have all of the updated quantities that were already in the estimate.
Yep.
So again, we've got a nice review workflow here. I can take a look and see what's happened. In this case, with our metal joists, we can see we've increased or decreased those quantities. I'm going to go ahead, accept all of those changes. As a result, we now have the latest quantities, and the entire project estimate is updated so that the project team has transparency into where we're at on cost.
And this is all using live data. It's the latest data that's available in the entire process.
This is using that same Forma data set in our common data.
So it's all connected along the Forma data management experience.
Exactly.
Okay, fabulous. All right, don't go anywhere, Nick.
I won't.
All right. All right, so let's continue to the next phase. As our project moves from pre-construction to build, our field team is on site managing their ongoing work. We're adding faster, more intuitive tools for them, like the new mobile app to capture progress photos, daily logs, and much more. There is even a new AI-powered feature that will soon let you capture issues in just a few seconds. You will only need to take a picture, and Autodesk AI will fill out those lengthy fields for you. It makes the process many times faster. And at the same time, our project manager can get tailored insights from the data captured on site and analyze any risk. So let's go back to Nick and see how that works. Nick.
Andrew.
Oh, there we go.
We're ready to head on site.
All right.
Safety is important on site.
Safety first. All right. We're ready.
All right. So we're in our Snowden Towers project, and we've got brand new custom dashboards showing exactly the key project information that my company's interested in tracking. So we've got a cost, quality, safety, and schedule dashboard, all for specific personas in our field crews, so they can know exactly what they need on a day-to-day basis.
And you've built these dashboards.
We built them from scratch,
okay,
using exactly the information that we want to surface. And I've actually got a new dashboard that's under construction. This is going to be our project controls dashboard for our field supervisors.
Okay.
It's ready to go. We're not going to walk everybody through the process of creating it, but getting it out to our field staff is as simple as selecting the Snowden Towers project, and we'll just verify. It's going to go out to estimator. I was previously at the estimator, but I'm now superintendent. And we're going to hit save.
You wear many hats.
I wear many hats, literally.
Yeah.
Yep. And as soon as I go back to Project Home, that new dashboard for project controls is available. Yep. It's also available to anybody with a superintendent role on the project.
All right.
They have immediate access to all of the data to help them ensure the project stays on track, on time, and on budget.
And you can customize these per project, right? Every project can have its unique view for the project manager.
Exactly. Per project, per company, all available and deployable just as easy as you saw here.
All right. Incredibly powerful stuff. Thank you, Nick.
Absolutely.
I'm going to give you back the hard hat.
All right. Thanks,
All
Andrew.
right. Give Nick a hand, everybody. All right. At this stage of the project, the team needs access to all critical information. Project admins will be able to simply ask Autodesk Assistant. So let's say they want to know if there's anything that might delay the steel installation next week. Instead of providing narrow answers based on single documents, the tool will generate a list of all the relevant information. It will even draft an email to the trade partners to ask for an update, helping ensure everything goes smoothly. All right, so we're moving forward. A few months, possibly a few years, given how projects go. The Snowden Towers are done, and we're entering operations. Now, of course, all the data generated during design and construction doesn't just disappear. It becomes the foundation for something extremely powerful, a digital twin. Autodesk Tandem extends Forma and enriches the as-built model with operational data. That's important for our operations team that needs to stay on top of things. So here we go. We've got another cool live demo, and this time I'm introducing Adam up. Adam, you have the coolest title. You are subject matter expert.
Yeah, but I have 5 kids, and I can't get one of them to call me that. So
yeah.
I got a little work to do still.
I feel your pain on that one.
Yeah.
Okay? All right. So what have you got to show us?
Well, today I'm a facility manager, and I'm reviewing work orders for Snowden Towers in IBM's Maximo.
Okay.
And we're using Tandem as a connector. You can think of it as a bridge to the operations ecosystem. And this specific work order was created using our new feature, Tandem Insights. And it uses AI to find and summarize all the relevant information about a heat recovery unit that looks like it's about to fail.
Okay.
Now, I'm going to go ahead and click on the embedded link, and it's going to take me to a brand new dashboard with analytic capabilities that we've never had before.
Okay, so wait a second. You started in Maximo. Tandem captured the necessary data to create the work order, and then from Maximo, you immediately move into this environment where you're actually seeing the physical asset in its context
And everything. That's
okay.
exactly right. And so from here, I can see performance metrics, recent trends, and any other assets that are going to need attention.
Okay.
Now, this is really important because I have a lot of work orders throughout my day, and I can use this to prioritize this work order with all the other work that I have to do. So let's go ahead and dive into this particular unit. And yeah, it definitely looks like the people in that room are going to get pretty uncomfortable pretty quick. So I'll definitely add this to my list. I also have the ability to see what room it's in, any attached warranties or manuals, along with any other IoT data that is connected to this particular asset. And because I can see it in its spatial context, I know exactly where to go and what to expect to see when I get there. So in short, what we get out of Tandem is moving from being reactive to proactive with the predictive digital twin.
You're bringing the work order to life, too. It's an intuitive way of navigating and understanding exactly what's going on in the building.
Yeah, that's exactly right. It's so helpful to have this context.
Pretty impressive stuff. Thank you, Adam, our subject matter expert.
Yes, thank you, Andrew.
Talk to you soon. All right, what you just saw is a radical departure from how all of you work today. Forma is a design and build environment that's cloud-based, AI native, and end-to-end. So you can execute more projects, more buildings, and more resilient infrastructure. So you can unlock unlimited capacity. And if you're a collections or standalone Revit subscriber, you'll get the latest Forma design tools as part of your subscription. So no one gets left behind. The future is here, and we're going to make sure all of you live it, just like the team at Denver International Airport. Let's take a look.
Denver International Airport is 53 square miles, which makes it larger than the island of Manhattan. When the airport first opened in 1995, we had a capacity of up to 50 million passengers. Today, we're at 82.3 million passengers. It was clear we needed to expand the airport. In response to all this growth, Denver International Airport has launched Vision 100, our plan for accommodating 100 million people. Our expansion project was the first major project we did that used Autodesk Construction Cloud, now part of Forma.
Looks much further along.
We had close to 100 different contractors working with thousands of individual members at any given time. It takes powerful technical tools to bring all of this together. Traditionally, information was very siloed. Now, we're able to put all of those design files up in the cloud, and those designers and contractors are able to coordinate their work live as it happens. Autodesk Revit and Autodesk AutoCAD Civil 3D are our core design softwares. Being able to bring those two tools together to coordinate on either side is incredibly valuable for the design process and the construction process. The collaboration is instantaneous. As we intook the information from the concourse expansion, we were able to use Tandem to bring all of our project models and our facility models together. It's not just about, here's the data on the screen. It becomes a real place that tells a story. Tandem allows us to bring hundreds of Revit models together in one single environment. We're looking at dozens of systems at any given time, HVAC, electrical, mechanical, and we're able to coordinate all of it together. Doing these sorts of projects today without the cloud would be almost impossible and would add months to the schedule and completely balloon the budget. What I love most about my job is the opportunity to solve problems. Airports have always been laboratories for the future, and now they're laboratories for the most powerful and advanced design and construction technologies. The complexity in our projects is not something that's going to go away. If anything, it's going to keep increasing. Those challenges, those opportunities, those engagements, those are the reasons that I love coming to work here every day.
The teams at Denver International Airport are truly embracing cloud-based collaboration across teams and departments. I couldn't be more excited to have one of them here today. Let's welcome Brendan to the stage. Brendan. Brendan, welcome. I have had the pleasure of meeting with you several times, and I'm always amazed. You're pushing all of our tools to the limit. You adopt new technology quickly. You seem really passionate about making everything digital and getting the most out of the tools. So why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself? Where did all of this come from?
Well, really, I started off as an architect, before that an artist, and I happened to be working on some projects at the airport as an architect, and they wanted to expand BIM to be something that they took in-house and became part of how they do business, so that we were working in a more innovative manner. And I happened to walk into that role. One day, I delivered our Revit deliverables for our largest expansion ever, and on Monday, I received those deliverables as part of the airport.
Okay, so in the video, you mentioned how technology allows you to share information more quickly and easily. Can you tell us a little bit more about what's getting unlocked there?
Everything's getting unlocked, really. It's not just work within a single project or between us and the designers. It's the whole portfolio of projects. We've got 300 active projects at any given time. Coordinating all of that previously would have been impossible. It just wouldn't have happened. You kind of cross your fingers and hope everything works out. Now we can coordinate all those projects with each other and identify problems before they happen.
Okay, so given that you're so quick to kind of embrace new technology, what would you give other companies advice about when it comes to digital transformation?
First of all, you need to have a champion. Somebody within your organization needs to be willing to stand up and wave that flag and say, we need to innovate or we fall behind. Second, you really need to institutionalize your knowledge, especially if you're an owner. Having that internal knowledge within your organization doesn't just give you a strategic advantage, it also tells everybody else within the organization that you have made that commitment to innovation and advancement. Last of all, I would say connect with the people outside of your organization. The great thing about working for the government is that we have an obligation to share our knowledge. So we're able to engage with other airports, water authorities, and other transit organizations.
And all the people at AU.
And all the people here at AU. And really share everything we've got. There's nothing held behind the cards. We're able to be completely open.
That's great.
Fantastic.
Thank you, Brendan.
Thank you so
pleasure
much,
yet again, all right? Thank you so much for coming up here. It's always a pleasure talking to you. Let's give Brendan a big hand. All right, now, as you can imagine, airports are not the only ones needing to build more, better, and faster. It's a reality for companies in the design and manufacturing industry as well. That's why we continue to push the boundaries of Fusion, our industry cloud for design and manufacturing. Like Forma, it brings together data, people, and processes in the cloud. And for a while, Fusion has been charting the path for our platform. And as of this year, product lifecycle management capabilities are an integral part of Fusion. So teams can store their data in one place, so they can work in one continuous thread, from kickoff to conceptual design through engineering, manufacturing, and operations. What's more, we're bringing all our AI expertise to bear on Fusion, putting AI-powered tools to work for you, and further strengthening the connection between teams and disciplines. So let's take a look at the kind of end-to-end workflows Fusion enables. So our team wants to introduce a new product to accelerate the growth of their business. Now, they've chosen an air fryer. Now, before this presentation, I had no idea what an air fryer was. But it's great because in my house, we are only allowed to use avocado oil. Anybody else have the avocado oil problem? You ever tried to fry anything with avocado oil? Everything's kind of disgusting and mushy. So I am now going to go find an air fryer because of this particular project and see how it works to make French fries at home. But in this case, the project manager opens Fusion. They green light a new project, and they start assigning a team. Now, with our upcoming onboarding experience powered by Autodesk Assistant, this couldn't get any easier. And to show us how easy it is, we have our first Fusion expert here today. So everybody welcome Heather to the stage. Heather.
Hi, Andrew.
Okay, so you have been working on AI in Fusion for a long time.
Yes, since the days before ChatGPT.
Oh, the olden days.
The olden days.
Okay. All right, so what can you show us about what we can do with the assistant inside of Fusion?
Yeah, I'm really excited to show you where we're at in our journey now. So are you ready to join the air fryer project?
I'm ready for the air fryer.
Okay, well, step one, we have to add you to our project. So setting up accounts can be kind of complex, but with the Autodesk Assistant, it's easy. I can start with a single prompt. So I'm going to tell the assistant that I'd like to add someone to the air fryer project. And here, it helps explain to me what to do next. So now I can share your name, Andrew Anagnost, and I get to pick what role to give you. Let's put you to work. How do you feel about being an editor on this air fryer?
You mean I can change things?
You can change things.
Sounds a little risky.
Let's do it. We're bold.
All right.
As an editor.
Okay.
And in just a sec, there we go. Invitation sent. You are now an editor on our project.
Now, fabulous. Now, I've used Fusion many times. It's kind of a pain, honestly, to add everyone to your team. So this is pretty amazing.
Yeah, you don't even have to leave the context of what you're doing. You're in the middle of what you're up to. You can stay in the same context, do what you need to do, and go right back to designing.
Fabulous. Okay. Anything else?
Well, and because Fusion keeps a history of changes, I can keep an eye on any of your edits and make sure that you're not doing anything you shouldn't be.
That's a good idea in case you have to reconsider those editor privileges.
Yes, I can.
All right, thank you, Heather. Don't go anywhere. Thank you. Everybody give Heather a hand. All right, so next, the project manager creates the specs for the new product. So when the industrial designers log into Fusion, they can hit the ground running because it's all right there. And I'm also excited to announce that we'll be adding more generative AI tools to Fusion. Another example of neural technology based on our leading foundation models for manufacturing. So let's go back to Heather to see how some of this works. All right, Heather, what can you show us about generative AI and Fusion?
Well, so here we have a blank sheet of paper.
The hardest problem that you have to start with in your career.
Yes, so I am hoping that generative AI can help give us a starting point to work on for this air fryer. So I will use Autodesk Assistant to call our generative AI tools and get some assistance on a starting point.
You're literally asking it to generate an air fryer.
Yes, I've asked it to generate the air fryer, and now you can watch it going. So here you can really see...
It's like infotainment.
Yeah, you can watch kind of how the model is working. This is how the model thinks about shapes and air fryers. So you can kind of see various edges are coming in and surfaces. It's getting some details. Yeah. So you got your little feet, keep it off the countertop. You got a handle coming in.
Yeah, look at that.
So yeah, editor, how do you feel about how this
Pretty
is
amazing.
up?
Your blank sheet problem just got solved.
It did.
So now you have something to start ideating with.
Exactly. And are you happy with the shape? I'm happy with it.
It looks good to me.
OK, so I can hit OK. And now it gets brought into Fusion as a standard CAD format. And so this is now the kind of CAD used in any sort of engineering applications, which means that we can do downstream edits. So we can do something like splitting and shelling.
So this is fully editable CAD geometry. Now, nothing else in the world does that.
Yes, this full workflow is unique for us.
OK, so you can change the fillets. You can move the lines around and it'll update. It's the real deal.
It is the real deal. So it's a first-class citizen. You can edit whatever you want. You could do other downstream applications. You could manufacture anything else that you would normally do with a model you made by hand, you can do here.
Blank slate filled with real editable data.
Yeah, we went from blank slate, prompt, CAD, real world. Full
Okay,
workflow.
Amazing. Thank you for the demo, Heather. Don't go anywhere. All right, give everybody. No, actually, you do get to go. Okay.
Farewell.
Sorry. I was going to make Heather stay, and she gets to go. All right, so now all of Heather's design work can be used to start a cloud-based bill of material. As changes come in, the BOM will stay current, keeping everyone in sync, including the mechanical engineers, electronics engineers, and the manufacturing engineers in the tooling department. They're all working concurrently in one environment. Let's go to the team of mechanical engineers first. They access the conceptual design in Fusion to develop parts and assemblies. They run simulations. And we also have some exciting updates for our engineers that I want to share with you with the help of our next product expert, Daniel. Everybody, welcome Daniel. All right, Daniel. You've been part of the Fusion team for as long as I can remember. You've seen its evolution. What have we got that's going to excite our engineering users?
Yeah, we've got two really great enhancements, the first of which is in the Sketch environment. So last year, we delivered AI-based Sketch auto-constraints. And since then, it's automatically generated millions of constraints and dimensions for you.
And people are accepting those answers at higher and higher rates. Pretty impressive numbers, by the way.
That's right. And soon, it's going to get even better. So notice in the Sketch, I have a gap here.
Bad.
Hard to find.
Sketch gaps are not good.
Hard to close. But soon, Autodesk AI is going to get even smarter and fix these types of errors for me. So here, I can select a prompt that's automatically going to fix this for me, close the gaps, still have all my dimensions and all my constraints, and hit OK. And so now, I'm going to finish the sketch. It's looking good, and the handle is complete.
All right, fabulous.
All right, the next enhancement is in the assembly area. So positioning geometry in 3D space is more difficult than it needs to be. But coming soon to Fusion, we have the new constraint command. So here you can see I can just take the air fryer base, and I'm going to select a two faces here. I'm going to take the basket, because that needs to go into the base, and that's all the information that I need, not only to position it, even though I have draft and clearances for manufacturing. So it's intuitive and easy to use.
So this is something that supplements the joint command in Fusion, and it's also something that I think Fusion users have been asking for.
They've been asking for it. It's their #1 request.
All right, so fabulous. Okay, thank you. Don't go, now you do not go away. All right, everybody give Daniel a hand. Okay, so while the mechanical engineers are finishing their designs, the electronics engineers have access to the shared data in Fusion. They can populate circuit boards, validate their fit within the mechanical constraints, and all the while they're using our ECAD, MCAD integration to do this. And they don't only have Autodesk tools at their disposal. With the Fusion ecosystem growing steadily, they can use the AvNet add-in, for example. It gives engineers live updates on components, including pricing, availability, or even estimates on tariff impacts. So they can streamline product decisions without leaving Fusion. At the same time, another department is working on the internal components of the air fryer using Inventor. Now, because the department's pretty big, they're taking advantage of Vault for data management. And Vault will soon have Autodesk Assistant built in as well. Teams will be able to automate tasks like updating drawings and releasing revised assemblies, all powered by AI. And Vault isn't only just getting more powerful, it's also getting more connected. Vault and Fusion will talk to each other. So when the engineering departments release changes, the information is automatically updated in Fusion, maintaining one single source of truth. Now, as all of you know, there is no design process without stakeholder reviews. And creating compelling assets for those can be a little bit tedious. So I'm excited to announce that we're collaborating with Microsoft to make this process extremely easy, which brings us to yet another demo. So let's go back to Daniel. Daniel, show us how this collaboration works.
Yeah, absolutely. So we have the air fryer design. It is looking really good. But before we move into production, we need to get approval. And for that, we need to create a pitch. And that can
you need to show the upper management, the people that don't understand how it's
exactly. That can be tough.
Yeah.
It can be hard to get all the assets out of Fusion, copy and paste them, format them into a Microsoft PowerPoint. But here, we're going to leverage the collaboration that we have with Microsoft and access it directly from within Autodesk Assistant to make that process easier. So let me give you some examples of the kinds of things that we can do. So we have the design, and what I want to do is I want to create a couple of different variants to include in the pitch. So first of all, we can see that it's starting out with what we have right now, and I'm going to ask it to do 2 different variants. The one is a material change, so you can see that we have this to be a brushed metal finish in a rose gold color.
Kind of fancy for an air fryer.
This next one is more of a matte gray finish as well. So these are looking good, automatically creating these images for me. But I want to actually show this in some different environments as well. Where is this going to be used, and how can I showcase that? These are things that we can also ask Autodesk Assistant for. And so here you can see that I'm going to have it to do 2 different versions to show these different environments. And I'm also going to create a black ABS version of this. So here you can see the first example that AI is going to generate for us is a matte black one, but placed in a more modern kitchen on a marble countertop. And then the second is to put it in more of a rustic style kitchen. And here you can see I've actually to put kitchen tools in the background also.
Get that rustic vibe.
The rustic vibe, yes. And so the next step typically would be I'd have to render out all these images, size them appropriately, but AI is going to help us with that.
Cut and paste them in, do all of that work.
Yeah, so now...
You know how much engineers love doing that?
They don't. And the next thing we can see is that I've asked Autodesk Assistant to generate a PowerPoint for me. And now I'm going to open this Microsoft PowerPoint presentation. It's going to analyze my request. Here you can see it's launching.
We can breathe. It's working.
It's working.
There we go.
And now you can see it's pulled all the information from the design, populated it,
and it's given it like fancy little titles and, and taglines.
It's titled it. It pulled in all the product variants that we just asked it to create as well.
Okay, well, that's fabulous. That's a real example of getting rid of tedious work and making engineers a lot more productive. All right, thank you. Don't go anywhere.
Thank you.
All right. All right, so now that the engineer has been able to quickly get all the stakeholders happy, the tooling department can finalize their mold design. Now, they're using Inventor. But just like Revit works with Forma, Inventor works with Fusion. To help me demonstrate this, let's bring up our Inventor expert, Jeremy. Greetings, Jeremy.
Good morning.
All right. So Jeremy and Daniel are here to talk about working between Fusion and Inventor. So why don't we start with you, Daniel?
All right, sounds good. So I'm in Fusion making a couple of last-minute changes. I'm going to make the hole in the bottom of the air fryer a little bit bigger. We need to make sure that the food gets really crispy. So let's make this 30 millimeters bigger. That looks good. And I've made my change. So Jeremy, you're used to dealing with my late-minute changes. Did you get this one?
I will get it. You know, we have to work in parallel today. We can't wait for everybody else. So here in Inventor, I've got that as my mold assembly open. I've been working on that design. Let's go ahead and just hit an update and take a look at the core and cavity of this model and see what changes have been made. As you can see, the hole has updated because the data is linked back to Daniel's model. And we can take a look and say, is that core and cavity still valid? We'll use the tools in Inventor to check that out. So it will take a look and say, do the shut-off surfaces work? Can we split that core and cavity? Looks pretty good.
Yep.
I think we're going to be able to manufacture these at the quantities we need after all this advertisement. So let's say okay. Andrew, you'll be able to get one as fast as you can?
I'm ready.
So we'll let Inventor say finish. It updates the entire stack. We'll rotate it around, and we're ready to go with all the channels and everything else. But that's not the best part. What if we want to go ahead and manufacture this and get it out to market? So I'll switch to the cavity piece, and you can see it's the same piece. You can even see the holes updated. Let's go ahead and take advantage of Fusion's manufacturing capabilities. So with one click, I say continue, it browses to the cloud where I can look at the projects and say, hey, where would I like to place this so that Daniel can get access to it? So we're gonna send that to the tooling department, we hit upload, and with one click, live, this goes up to the cloud and placed in the project. Daniel, can you see it? Is it available for you?
I've got it. So I've got the mold design that you created here back now in Fusion. And here I'll be able to take advantage of Fusion's complete manufacturing capabilities. And this is going to make the rest of the process that we're about to show so much easier.
Now, I noticed you used certain words. You said the data is linked, not the files are linked.
That's right.
Okay, so the data is linked. So you're sharing granular data back and forth between the two environments via the Fusion platform.
Connectivity is so important if we're going to work together and in parallel to get the efficiencies we need. You're exactly right.
All right, fabulous, working together. Give it up for Jeremy and Daniel. All right, we're having lots of demo success today. We've been reimagining the manufacturing space by connecting design and make. And soon we'll add AI to the mix. Manufacturing engineers will be able to lean on Autodesk Assistant to automate time-consuming tasks. It will even create tool paths for them. And that's pretty impressive, right? The AI will create the tool paths for them. Okay, so at this point, the design needs to go back to the project manager who makes sure that all the deliverables are being met. Because we now have product lifecycle management capabilities integrated in Fusion, efficient collaboration and data exchange continues throughout this phase. The PM can quickly and easily see notes from the engineering teams or the shop floor and make informed decisions on how to remedy any issues. And we're taking this end-to-end workflow even further into the factory, where our discrete simulation solution, FlexSim, helps ensure your factory is optimized. And because we have the solutions for both design and manufacturing and AEC, we can combine the best of both worlds. Our industry clouds and desktop tools combined bring production lines to life. Again, the end-to-end workflow you just witnessed represents a significant shift from your current ways of working. Fusion is cloud-based, AI native, and end-to-end. So you can deliver more projects with the resources you have, so you can design more products, more factories, achieving better quality, so you can unlock unlimited capacity. And if you have a product design and manufacturing collection subscription, you have access to Fusion capabilities. Like I said before, no one gets left behind. Next, I want to show you a company that understands how vital it is to stay ahead. A company that's been growing alongside Fusion. Let's take a look.
We currently live in a world where there is an ever-increasing demand for electricity, gas, and oil. But the infrastructure is aging, and this requires a lot of attention to maintain it. Traditionally, all those inspections are done by manned helicopters. Way too often, there are deadly crashes. That's where Swiss Drones comes with a solution. We build unmanned helicopters that can precisely repeat flight routes. Using LiDAR payloads, it can map entire infrastructures and detect the slightest issues or shifts as small as 1 millimeter. It also reduces CO2 emissions by 90%. Swiss Drones is approximately 50 employees. We are in the same space as the world's biggest aviation companies like Boeing or Airbus.
Since the beginning, it was very important that we have a single point of truth, but at the same time connect everybody around the globe. And Fusion, with its cloud solution, offered a perfect fit for that. We can start with the engineering and design, but also continue with production, maintenance, and general configuration control within the same environment. This allows us to release a prototype in a much faster pace to the market while ensuring high quality and complying to the aviation standards.
Also, we use Fusion to track center of gravity, to track the weight and material of each component to preempt future problems. We have a CNC cutting machine that uses Fusion CAM to manufacture our carbon parts. This allows us to maximize the amount of pieces we can get per plate, giving us better control over time and cost.
To meet the strict requirements in the aviation industry, we ensure with Fusion Manage Extension that we have releases and configuration control.
This requires us to have a complete digital twin of the aircraft. We need to show variant control. The PLM solution from Fusion Manage Extension is at the heart of this process for us, and we are currently working on expanding it. What keeps me motivated to solve all our daily challenges is knowing that what we are doing is having an impact and has the potential to improve our world.
So it's kind of like The Sound of Music, but instead with drones. So to tell us more about this exciting company, let's welcome Alex and Paul to the stage. Alex and Paul, come on out. Welcome.
Thank you. Welcome.
Welcome.
Thank you.
All right, so we now have 3 aerospace engineers on stage at AU. It's never happened before. That's exciting. The two of you have very different roles at Swiss Drones. Can you tell us a little bit about how you're able to work together using Fusion?
Absolutely. I am the head of airworthiness at Swiss Drones. I make sure with my team that all the aircraft stay in the air around the globe.
Important?
Yes. We try to have the equal amount of landings and takeoffs. That's an insider. Additionally, I'm the program manager for this aircraft you have seen. So we're continuously trying to improve the design. And with this comes my step into Fusion. Configuration control is really important for me because every aircraft is different, because we're fast at the improvements, and that just makes the design faster into the market.
All right, I'm on the design side. I'm the team leader for mechanical system integration. So I manage the mechanical design team and leading expertise. We use Fusion every day for every design and engineering phases, from concept to release to the customers.
Are you excited about the improvement, Daniels?
Oh, extremely excited.
Okay.
The AI stuff is something I'm looking forward.
Okay, great. Well, I'm excited about your drone. I want to learn more about your drone.
Yeah, actually, we brought it with us from Switzerland, so.
But then let's bring it out. Bring out the drone. All right, look at that. That is a beautiful machine. Now, what are you most proud of about this? What, when you look at it, what do you say? Oh, this is the coolest thing.
From my perspective, this is a big toy, actually, and I'm really proud of this. It's like in the drone industry nowadays, you have everything from really, really tiny aircraft that you can fit in your backpack to something much bigger, and this is like a micro helicopter, and we like to say, yeah, it's a big toy, but we are proud to make this entirely with Fusion. It's 7.6 feet long, 3 feet wide, maximum takeoff weight of 190 pounds. So yeah, it's
and it's no compromise. It's a beautiful machine.
Yeah, fully made in Switzerland. We're proud of that.
Oh, that's fabulous. All right, thank you for sharing your expertise and your drone with us. Everybody?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Let's give Alex and Paul a hand.
Good. Thanks.
All right, our end-to-end solutions help customers like Swiss Drones succeed, making better products that are designed and manufactured in less time with less resources. And AI will play an even bigger role going forward. That's why our industry clouds integrate multiple layers of technological advancements to support AI workflows. From our Autodesk Assistant, our agentic AI partner for design and make, to infrastructure such as our trusted MCP servers and the Autodesk platform, to our neural technology building on leading foundation models. Autodesk AI expands the possibilities of what people can make. And it probably comes as no surprise that the industry furthest along is media and entertainment, an industry that's quickly figuring out how to leverage the digital assets and AI to tell the best stories possible. Because in the hands of artists, AI is a force multiplier. artists like the team at Voxel Studios. When the series Superman and Lois returned to production after the strikes, the pressure was really on for them. Let's see what AI was able to do for them.
The mix of technology and filmmaking drives my passion for visual effects. I love creating beautiful visuals. With Superman and Lois, we did face a couple of challenges. We have a dramatic cutting time of production, and we have to keep the same quality of delivery.
We proposed to use Flow Studio because it gave us a lot of advantages over producing mocap data. The animators can now do their own performances on camera and extract that information, but also you can use it for rotoscoping or for lighting, and then we can bring that into our traditional pipeline and then get more control to tweak some of the outputs. People who know how to use those traditional tools and assist them with AI are going to thrive in the industry because that's going to give you more power to do more with less resources.
We don't even talk about reducing quality, but efficiency is the goal. We need to leverage these new tools to be the best artists that we can be.
You heard that, a dramatic reduction in production time. I think that probably sounds familiar to a lot of people. A dramatic decline in the time to deliver something, you know, and all the things associated with it. But special effects, it's always really cool to see how they respond to this. Now, Wonder Studio, which is now Flow Studio, and part of our industry cloud for media and entertainment, empowered Voxel to do more with less. Now, I know you're probably thinking this probably calls for yet another live demo. And yes, we are here to deliver. We're going to do that. And who better than Nikola Todorovic? I almost got it right.
That's pretty good.
Look, say Anagnost. He's the mastermind behind Flow Studio.
I don't know about
Nikola.
mastermind. It's more of a team effort. But
you're the mastermind, the diabolical genius. What do you got to show us?
So what you saw in the Voxel Studio video, that used about 3 of our models for our project type called AI mocap. And that gets rid of those funny-looking pajamas that you see in movies like Avatar or Planet of the Apes, right? I'm going to show you our live-action advanced, which essentially uses about 25 models, and it speeds up not just animation, but it also speeds up lighting and compositing of the project. So we'll go next here. And what I do, we wanted to build a really, really simple step here. So I'm going to upload a footage here. It's a short sequence, and I have 3 steps: edit, select actor, and export. So once I'm happy here with my footage, I'm going to go next, and then I'm going to go and basically tag my actors. So I scan frame for actors here, and our models are looking for a performer that I can track, right? And then I can drag and assign characters. So in this case, I have this little robot that we're going to just drag and drop. Essentially, I'm saying to a model, hey, track this actor and pick up all this information. And then for this second one here, I will drag this little alien character. It also has a facial performance features to it. So we're gonna assign it. And then I have multiple shots with the same actor. I don't have to tag it every single time. We use a model called ReID that essentially looks for that actor across the sequence, and it's going to always assign it.
So you tag the actor once, and they always have the same character associated with it.
Exactly. Same character associated. In this case, let's say this little blue robot, right? And that's pretty much it. And then I get to my export stage, and I click Start Processing. And something like this takes about 70 minutes to process. And I have it already pre-processed from earlier. And essentially, all this data is connected from the performance, lighting, camera, and then point cloud, a lot of information, even knowing what shot it is. It is a wide shot, is it a medium, is it a close-up? And then essentially deletes the actor and puts those CG characters instead of the actor. And something like this would traditionally take about a couple of weeks. As you can see, you get it much quicker. But it's not really just the footage that you get out of it. You get all these passes. You get a camera track, you get alpha mask, you get animation data, which is really, really important.
So that's a big deal. So not only are you bringing the power of what big studios do to little studios, you're also giving them fully editable data. So the artist has the possibility and the potential and the capability to go back in and tweak all of this.
Exactly.
And that's pretty unique, isn't it?
Yes, most of the solution right now. So for instance, I can go here and export my scene and open Maya, and now I have that scene and I can control it. So if I want to move slight changes,
everything else just outputs
Video.
Video.
Yeah, most of the solutions we're seeing in the market right now in AI, it's really a black box. And that's really a key. We try to avoid black box. We wanted to give creator a full editability. So we really are exporting a bunch of 3D data out of it that then you can have control over every element of the shot.
Okay, so it lets them do speed and quality.
Exactly.
Okay, what else do you have to show us?
So we're launching soon a character creator that uses AI. It's a generative tool that uses text and image to generate a character. So it's a 3D character you can generate and obviously then put into your shot, either live action or animation.
So that's amazing. Looking forward to seeing that.
Thank you. You can see here we have, if you prompt a bit, you get your character, in this case, a funny-looking mushroom. And this is text to 3D. You also have image to 3D and text to image. And then this is an animation project type where you can just automatically you get that character in your library, you drag and drop it, you select your environment, and then you get that character in. And this really helps a lot of our customers that don't have a technical skills needed to create a character. And then you have a little mushroom walking
around. And they're embedded in a scene as well.
Exactly.
Yeah, so it's pretty amazing. Pretty powerful tools. Again, they put the artist at the center.
Exactly.
All right, fabulous, Nicola.
Thank you, Andrew.
Keep it up.
Thank you, Andrew.
All right, let's give Nicola a hand. So I think you can see how the things we're doing with Flow Studio spills it over into all the things we do. And because they're creating lots of compatible workflows, and it allows creatives to stay in control. It's really important. Not only does it allow the creatives to do the things that big studios could only do, it keeps them in control. It lets artists and animators direct a character's action using just a handful of keyframes and a few things, some of our neural technology. And there's another great example. This is Motion Maker. Motion Maker is another tool that allows artists to do amazing things with just a little bit of work. It's now fully integrated in Maya, so anyone can use it. So I'm going to bring out another product expert so we can see what Motion Maker does. So Lance, welcome to the stage, Lance.
Hi, Andrew. Thank you.
All right. So what is Motion Maker, and what does it allow artists to do that they couldn't do before?
Okay.
Or that it was really hard for them to do before?
Okay, all right, yeah. So I was an artist. I worked in production. I was at DreamWorks and Pixar Animation Studios before I joined you at Autodesk here. And the creative process for artists is very tedious. Some things are just so slow. And for example, one animator typically produces about 4 seconds of animation in a week. So that's a very slow process. And so we're aiming to make it a lot faster and easier to do things like that. So here we have Motion Maker. Let me show you. So this is Maya. And here is our cityscape set. So we're working on a film here. And here's our main character of the film. This is a robot. His name is Andrew.
Oh, how nice.
It's just a coincidence. And so the direction for this shot is for robot Andrew to run screen right. So this is the beginning of a chase sequence, right? So I'm just going to show you how
Andrew.
Go Andrew. All right, so I'm just going to set a couple of keyframes in space. I'm going to hit generate. And the neural network takes over. And at this point, we should have some plausible, realistic human motion right out of the box.
Andrew seems to run right through gates.
He does. All right, we'll fix that.
This actually puts the motion in, so that the artist would normally have to animate all of these keyframes and get the motion in. Okay.
Yeah, just with a couple of keys, an animator can get a really complex set of motion. So what's happening here is Motion Maker was trained on a large set of human data. And it learns how we move. It's quite incredible, actually. Like, it knows when we swing our arms and how we shift our weight and when we walk from, the transition from walk to run and so forth. So it can generate plausible, realistic human motion in a variety of contexts. So you mentioned the gate. So Motion Maker is designed to be fully editable. That's the name of the game for artists. Like, you want to be in control. You want to be able to art direct anything. So let's go ahead and just art direct that. So OK, he's running into that gate, as you observed. And the director's given me some other feedback. He said, hey, what I really would like is for that character to just kind of disappear around the corner. So let's go ahead and set a key out here for the character to run around the corner. And so I'll do that, and then I'll hit generate again.
And you're generating this motion live right here on
Yeah,
stage.
this is live inference. And so now we have our art-directed performance. So with Motion Maker, it's super easy and fast to get very natural, complex motion in just a few minutes.
So how much time does this save an artist typically?
Well, I mean, this could save at least hours of work, especially when it comes down to art direction. So being able to respond to creative feedback, change the path, that is a major rework if you had to do all this by hand.
So AI that keeps the artist focused on directing the scene, creating that kind of experience that makes the scene come to life.
Exactly.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, run, Andrew, run.
Right.
All right. Thank you, Lance. Congratulations on a successful demo.
Thank you. Thank you.
Motion Maker is not the only new AI feature in Maya. Soon, you'll be able to automatically generate animations of a character's face and lips. The technology learns how a character's face moves based on existing animated sequences of a show. Once that's done, you can simply feed it an audio file, and the animation gets generated for you. So let's try it. Let's see what that looks like.
Finally, a voice to match my pixels. I told you I was more than just good lighting. Now I get to sound as sharp as I look. Not bad for a bunch of polygons, right?
All right, straight from audio to character motion. It's the AI tools like Face Animator accelerate animation. And there are so many other things AI can do, particularly when MCP servers come into play. Here's what Autodesk Assistants could look like in Maya. Let's say you want to turn this scene from a dayscape into a nightscape. Done. Okay? Or you want to manipulate your scene, move around objects, or even add them. Done. Okay? The possibilities are endless. Now, in 2018, we laid out our vision for the future. Today, you've seen it. It's here. We built the future and the path to the future, giving you solutions that are cloud-based, AI-native, end-to-end, and seamlessly connected to the tools you use today. Collectively, we've moved from desktop to cloud, from cloud to AI, from files to granular data. What is next? What will we be showing you 5 years from now, maybe even only 3 years from now? Imagine projects that have become neural networks, interconnected systems of data-rich nodes that continuously process information and learn from every input. Projects that evolve in real time as your design intent shifts. Projects that dynamically reassemble, not just for one discipline, but for the entire ecosystem, aligning everyone around a shared, living source of truth. We're not fully there yet, but just like I said 7 years ago, it's coming, and faster than it has in the past. Technology has the potential to revolutionize how all of us work. Over 4 decades, we have worked alongside you to transform how things are designed and made. From complex airports that connect millions, to innovative drones that advance critical missions, to extraordinary stories that captivate audiences. Our goal is to give you, the people shaping our world, the platform to create a better one. In this next era, we do not want you to just survive. We want you to thrive, working at a scale and pace you've never seen before by unlocking unlimited capacity. Thank you.